effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just throw my wheels. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving their souls a chill. My jewelry the cold is chill. Story treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, fit this way, right before the deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Upheaval the crown.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. On the ready. Ready for the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
First carry for Darius Geis, and not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus.
On second down, here's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let go.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
They run with Thomas. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 51. I got him. 51's the mic.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And Thomas has it. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Here I come. Here I come.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Too little, cupcake. Check 99. Check 99. 66.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Coming to you. Here.
This is Thomas. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. Waiting. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. Able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
2nd down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he coughed it up. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 19 yards away. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 27, Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
He's coming. Check him.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Thomas. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Hey, high 7. 56, 56.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Haskins now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From midfield now, Haskins. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Bryce Love. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Double dog. That's the way. Where'd he go?
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Alert 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Keep it up. 82.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the left side. It's Thomas. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Straight 15. 51 the mark.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Straight 15. Let's find 7. Spot.
Here's Wentz to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Brings up second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep over. This is caught at the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first and 10, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Intended for Bryce Love. Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on second and 10, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They come out here in the I. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. This is Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz now to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Hey, box truck.
On play action, it's Wentz. Steps away. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Montez Sweat gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab as his guys have now moved out in front. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 72 yards as they have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A very solid gain of 27. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Wentz now on 1st down. This one complete to Ingram. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Another run with Sanders. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10. And this defense has broken it open as they would. Turn it to the house for 6. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56 to Mike. 56. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. 56 to Mike, boy.
And the blitz does come.
Here we go.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Washington, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for